timing. Whee! Alright, what we got? Got some matches up here, up in this, some stipulations. Let's see what they are. Cannot run it all, so let's use Roman. Let's use Roman. The OTC, the new World Heavyweight Champion of the world, defeating CM Punk in a way better match than Cody and Randy. Too much shit going on as far as what I've seen. Edge plays in the building. What's up, Edge? Just a chilling live stream. I wanted to go live, just chill for a little bit. Michael Brandon, what's up, bro? How you doing? And before you guys ask, no, I did not watch WrestleMania. I am not buying no ESPN. I know I could have used the normal VPN thing, but I'm not trying to do that kind of stuff. I just saw the results on YouTube. I saw a YouTuber make videos on like when he was in the crowd and he was like putting the titles, the results. That's how I knew what happened and all that. I watched some of the finishes of the matches, and that's how I know like if I feel disappointed, if I just feel optimistic. I just feel like Mania. Yeah, Chicago World Tour is like hard as fuck. It really is. And this early on in the game, it should not be this difficult. Like, I used gold Sami Zayn and gold Bianca Belair to get the matches done on World Tour mostly. And it was for the cards. That was like for the last chapter. I got it done too, but it was tough. Like the Gauntlet match. Don't even get me started on the Gauntlet matches. Like I had to use Becky Lynch to do the one where it was the Gauntlet Eliminator match. I had to use Becky Lynch for that one because the method was cover the arms and go for a submission. I did that and I won. I used Sami Zayn for the last one, which was a turmoil match, because I went my count out. I used Sami Zayn, I got that done. But there was like tornado tag. I almost lost that match. Thank God Michelle McCool had the Undertaker style powers and was able to kick out the last second. Good to know, Lone. What's up? You know what I mean? So like, it's like if you're gonna make this hard, just make it like you should not make it as hard at this time. It's like 2 months since the game came out, and you're making the World Tour difficult. I feel like if you're gonna make it hard, wait until like maybe like December or something. I don't know, but maybe like late into the. I'm not saying to do it in January. I'm saying like doing it before like. I honestly don't know when you can start that, but like maybe when Dynasty are in packs, that's when you make it like a little more challenging because we're getting these higher tier cards from packs and from live events. You're making it now. You want to make it a challenge to see if we can use those cards. You don't just make us use sapphires and lower cards. Like, that World Tour was a pain in the ass to get through. And trust me, Ed, you weren't the only one. I know there's a lot of content creators that struggled on World Tour. Like, I don't get it. World Tour 25 was actually deep. It was actually good. Wherever it was good. But 26 is taking it too much. Like, don't even get me started on the tornado tag match. Don't even get me started on that shit. That tornado tag with D'Angelo and Lorenzo? No. Never again. Never again. And now we have the Ruby Seth Rollins, so it's only a matter of time before they run back to Jey Uso events. But for me, it's just going to be MFP because I already did the event. Because I saw it was there, and it was a glitched event because nobody had the card at the time. Good Edge. I didn't even do a 10 box, and I am one card away from Roman Reigns. I mean, from The Rock. I am one card away, and I'm missing LA Knight. I've opened a lot of single packs, and I cannot pull him. I pulled all the rubies from singles. Think about that. I didn't even do a box. I opened. You saw my pack open. I did a couple singles, and then when I went off camera, I opened some singles off camera. I was grinding, and I got CM Punk. The last ruby I was missing was CM Punk. I did get CM Punk, but I still have not gotten LA Knight. They don't want to give me LA Knight. Hopefully, I'm gonna grind a bit more, and then like on the stream, I'm gonna do a pack opening so I can pull LA Knight on stream. Because I want that Rock. At this point, I don't even like. I'm gonna calm down on the packs. I'm just gonna not touch the touch of madness, the momentum, or the aftershocks. I already missed out on the event. Really, I already missed out on the event by default because I didn't grind that much. The only see, this is the problem. This is the problem with the card market. They refuse to. What I find hypocritical. I'll get to that in a second, Edge. What I find hypocritical about this company is that they put Superstar Series cards in the card market, and then they don't put the cards in the card market. I don't get that. How does that make any sort of sense? But then when it comes to Superstar Series 2, remember when they had those packs? Remember when they had those cards in the card market? They put those in the card market instantly when those came out. Completely hypocritical about this company. But yeah, I also did pull Alba Fire off camera, so I got AJ Styles. I wanted the AJ Styles. I loved that Persona card. I didn't grow up around TNA, but I did watch a lot of TNA on YouTube, and I really got to know what they were about and how it was completely different from WWE, well, until 2010, but we don't need to talk about that. And, like, AJ Styles was, like, one of the pillar stones of TNA. Like, if you ask somebody who's a TNA fan what was their Mount Rushmore, AJ Styles will be on that list instantly. Instantly. Like, watching TNA matches made me love AJ Styles even more. Excuse me. A lot more. Yeah, for some reason they make the odds for the WrestleMania packs a lot better when you think about it. I have not gotten them yet, but I'm going to get them soon. But very soon I'm going to get them because these odds seem really good. Like, shout out to T.H. Jamie. He was pulling a lot of good pulls. And he kept saying he's not from 2K. I don't blame him. He's not from 2K. Why would he support a greedy company like that? He doesn't do that shit. He just open packs and he gets the cards he wants. People that say that are jealous because they're opening packs and they're getting junk. It's not their fault. It's 2K's fault. It's Brian's fault, the guy that runs the My Faction garbage. He's the one that's probably happy about how the packs are, putting Superstars Series cards in packs. He's probably upset about T.H. Jamie's pulls. He's upset at that because he's upset that Jamie is spending less MFP. He's mad that Jamie is not wasting all his MFP, and there's nothing he can do about it. There's nothing he can do about it. Jamie got some great pulls. And that's what, and he even said it, $10 was the way to go. You think I'm gonna grind for a $20 and get like 11 gold Gunthers? I'd rather do a $10 and get close to the cleansing reward instantly. Instantly. Like, $10 is the way to go. But yeah, about Paige's return, I found it, like, they spoiled it on, like, I think Fightful was the one that said it. But I wasn't, like, upset about it because, like, it's one of those things where, like, you watch the show and you're like, when you get to the match, you're like, oh, here she comes. Paige's gonna come back. And then, like, you see Nikki Bella and you're like, oh, goodness gracious, man. Don't tell me that Nikki's gonna fake an injury. And then Nikki just says she's not able to compete. And then that's when, like, Nikki says, oh, I got the replacement right here. That's when people go up and see, like, oh, it's Paige. And then we're hearing her music. That's when the pop hits. Like, it's a good thing, though. Like, they don't, like, overtly spoil it. The only way they spoil it is when, like, it's, like, leaked. And when I mean leaked, I mean, like, some stupid idiot decided to, like, post it on, like, a social media platform. Like, they're supposed to, like, they have their phone and, like, record it. They record the return, and they upload it to the internet. That's a spoiler right there. That's what pisses people off. But when, like, wrestling sources, like, they say, you don't fully believe it. Like, when Alexa Bliss came back, nobody said she was coming back. Nobody did. So when she came back, it was a big pop when she came back. And even Wade Barrett called out Michael Cole. He was like, this, don't lose the dirt sheets, Michael Cole. Excuse me. That was a great line for Wade Barrett. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the commentary team in WWE right now is, like, top notch. Like, I love the commentary. I love Joe Chestator. I love Wade Barrett. I loved Corey Graves with Michael Cole. Like, I love Michael Cole, of course. And even Pat McAfee. Like, you can shout him all he wants about the storyline here. You can't blame that Pat McAfee was great on commentary. Nowadays, he just wasn't that much energy. But, like, back in 2021 to, like, 2022, bro, Pat McAfee was, like, untouchable on commentary. Like, he had some crazy one-off lines that would not fly. And this was during Vince McMahon's, like, reign of terror in the creative team. Think about that context. Pat McAfee doing shit in the Vince McMahon era, like the dark days of WWE. That's one of the reasons why SmackDown was pretty watchable for me, because I love to see what Pat McAfee said. Like, it was real satisfying listening to his commentary while I'm watching the action. Nowadays, I just feel like WWE is just not that entertaining to watch, and it's really because TKO. Like, I want to watch a lot of WWE, and I still will, but it's just not like full time. Like, I got back to watching wrestling full time, and like after Mania 35, like I was watching Raw, SmackDown, like pretty. I was watching it pretty sometimes. I would watch some SmackDown, some Raws. I even went to SmackDown in 2018. I went to Raw in 2019, but those were around the times where I didn't really watch wrestling that much. I was just busy with my life, just living the casual life of a normal person. But then after Mania, I was just pretty interested about what was going on. And I watched 2019 Raw and SmackDown. I just didn't like, back then I wasn't like too like into like the product and how bad it was. I just watched it just to watch it, if you know what I mean. But then like when I went back and watched it, like when I watched people's like reviews on it, I'm like, I really grew up in this dark era of wrestling, and I didn't even see it like that. Like, was I naive back then? Was I naive back then? Because everyone was shitting on it. And then I'm like, then again, though, we had that stupid feud with the dog food. Like, I remember this clearly. When I watched the scene Roman get hit with dog food, I didn't say a word at all. I was just like, the fuck? Dog food? Like, the whole thing with Corbin and Roman was just stupid. Why didn't I think it was stupid? I didn't think that feud was stupid at all. I think it was just a regular feud. Apologize for me, like, I don't have that full energy, but I'll fight through it. But, like, how did I not know that feud was terrible? How did I not know that? And then, like, let me see the comments real quick before I move on with what I'm talking. Let me see. Marcus Hamilton in the building. What's up, Marcus? Meet Booker T for Ron Cena. Hope you get him, Marcus. Hope you get him. Yeah, they made World Tour pretty hard, bro. I don't know why they did that. But, like, back to what I was saying. So then, like, when 2020 hit, I was still watching wrestling full time. But it really got to the point where I was just like, I don't know if I want to keep watching. Like, COVID hit, and then, like, I feel like I was watching I was watching. All right, bet. I'll be waiting for your post, Marcus. Sorry if I'm, like, not really in chat right now. I'm trying to talk, like, from my stories, like, as a wrestling fan. I'm trying to tell you guys, like, some of my history of watching wrestling compared to now. So, like, in 2020, when COVID hit, I was still watching wrestling. But it wasn't, like, I just felt like I got to the point where I wanted to, like, stop watching it, but I just couldn't stop. I just loved watching Raw and SmackDown. And NXT, too. And when I got some time, I watched AEW. Maybe like Thursday-ish, Wednesday. I don't know. I think NXT was still Wednesday at the time. Maybe like Thursdays. So, like, Tuesday I was off until they did Super Tuesdays. But that was like a 2-week thing. So, I pretty much watching some wrestling. And I did slowly watch some AEW. It wasn't like full time, but I enjoyed it. But like when it comes to like about Rushmore, for example, I'm not gonna say like Kenny Omega or Will Ospreay because I didn't watch any like New Japan or any much Ring of Honor. I didn't watch any of that kind of stuff, so it wouldn't be right if I put Omega and Ospreay and Okada and Tanahashi in Mount Rushmore. That's why Mount Rushmore is is CM Punk, AJ Styles, John Cena, and Io Sky because I watched those wrestlers like a lot. I didn't watch much of Will Ospreay or Kenny or Okada or even Eddie Kingston or Brian. Well, Brian Danielson I did see him wrestle a few times, but not much. Like it's like I talk and then like my throat is hurting. What the fuck? But yeah, like so I did remember I did watch an AEW Dynamite episode where they had like the empty room between Mox and Jake Hager and Jack Swagger. It was a pretty good show, really. Like nothing too special. And then like 2021 hit, and that's when I got really burned out. Like the product was, and I was living a time. I was in a dark time because like I had like no connection in my house whatsoever. Barely connection, really. It was like barely any connection. So I couldn't watch much wrestling, and it got to the point where like even when Peacock rolled around, I still was watching pay-per-views, but I just didn't. I remember bro. But it's funny. I watched Hell in a Cell And when I tell you the main event, I do not remember anything from the main event. It's a fucking understatement. I do not remember one thing I watched from that main event. I watched everything else. I watched the kickoff. I watched the Hell in a Cell between Bianca and Bailey. I watched all the matches besides the fucking main event, which was Drew and Bobby. When I tell you that I don't fucking remember anything from that match, it's a fucking understatement. It's a fucking it's a fucking understatement. Like, that's how you know that I didn't really care. I didn't really care. I didn't even watch Raw. I didn't watch the Raw when they had that Hell in a Cell with Woods and Bobby. I did not. And that was when it started when I was like slowly, I'm not going to watch Ready Wrestling. I'm not going to watch most of it, so yeah. And then, I did watch Money in the Bank, but I was on vacation, so I watched it pretty late. So when I watched it, I just didn't feel too shocking when John Cena came back. I already saw the spoiler of it on YouTube. So yeah, and then so then I didn't really watch most of the build up to SummerSlam and stuff. I wasn't really watching most of the weekly show really. Like NXT was the only show I pretty much watched because NXT was fire back then when Triple H was in charge. Even when it went in the Capital Wrestling Center era, Triple H was still in charge of NXT. Like he was still building stars. He was helping stars that like Finn Balor, who was being treated bad on the main roster. He gave him the NXT Championship, and he was pushing stars really. Like he made Kyle O'Reilly a star. He made Adam Cole. Well, Adam Cole was a star, but they made him into a mega star. No pun intended. Triple H was cooking. You can't say he wasn't cooking as Booker. And Shawn Michaels is cooking too at NXT, but I'll get to that in a little bit. Um, but and then when 2.0 hit, I watched some NXT 2.0. I really did, but it just didn't feel like NXT to me. It felt like another. It felt like a fucking. What's what I want to say? It felt like I don't know the good tone for it. It just felt different, and I didn't like it. It just wasn't NXT to me. They even did special events, and those didn't even feel that special anymore. It didn't, and it just felt like a way to just destroy NXT. And by 2021, I was pretty much done with NXT. Watching it, I was done. Well, 2022, because 2020 I was still watching NXT, but by 2022, I was done watching NXT. Really, it just wasn't entertaining to watch. So, and then I would still watch. I watched Survivor Series. I watched Crown Jewel. I also watched I watched most of the PLEs because they were on Peacock. But it was I didn't really care about the matches. I just cared about watching the show, and the shows would deliver, but it just didn't feel right to me. Survivor 2021, it didn't feel like Survivor Series to me. It didn't feel like it. The build up was just eh. It just didn't scream Survivor Series. I remember when I watched SmackDown Live in 2017 when they had the build Survivor Series. I loved the end segment with Raw and SmackDown. I loved that build up because for some reason I don't know why, but the build for Survivor 2017 was amazing. I don't know why. It just was. I don't know how to put it. The strongest you can say about the Survivor Series main event match. You can say something about that. But the build up, you can't say it wasn't fire because it was. You had SmackDown firing the first shot. You had Raw getting their vengeance. It just the only thing was missing was Brock Lesnar, but it's Brock Lesnar. What do you expect? But then again, he did show up on SmackDown in 2016 when he confronted Randy Orton against Steve Slater. So there was that. But then again, who could remember that? But by the end of Survivor Series, by the end of the year, I just wasn't watching wrestling too much. I would still watch Raw and SmackDown, but it wasn't full time. It was a part time thing. So then by 2022, I was just burnt out. I fully was burnt out. I didn't care that the crowds came back. I didn't care. I did not want to watch Vince shitting on the roster and just releasing talents. I didn't want to watch that 24/7 championship garbage. That championship died way quicker than it started. Like I just didn't want to watch anything. I wanted to just I just wanted to play on my video games and all that stuff. So there was that. Then we reach WrestleMania 38. And by the way, I barely watched any build up to Mania 38. Barely did. The only show I can recall watching was the SmackDown before WrestleMania. That was the only show I watched. That was the only show I ever recalled watching. I didn't watch the Raw one. I only watched SmackDown. That's the only show I can recall I watched. Excuse me. I got you, Marcus. I got you. But yeah. So I couldn't tell you how much I loved watching Mania Night 2, and it felt like my passion wrestling came back. Like you had Cody Rhodes come back, you had some epic matches. Like I loved Stone Cold versus Kevin Owens. Like that was off the fly, but it was fun seeing Stone Cold wrestle. It was cool seeing him go against Kevin Owens. It was really nice to see some ring action. Like it was awesome. But then again, it was just like I just I didn't get enough of that passion really. I just didn't watch too much. So like I would still watch. Like on Fridays I'll be at my grandpa's house watching SmackDown, but that'll be it really. I would watch the PLEs, but not much. Then we reach the Triple H era. Now, I watched SummerSlam, and I will tell you right now, I couldn't tell you how much joy I got more than watching Mania 38. It just felt something different. Like Triple H, he changed the business, and these internet wrestling people that are these toxic community people, they they cannot be shitting on Triple H. Because if you go back to 2022, before she got their hands dirty with the fucking with the fucking greed that they did, Triple H was killing it. Like he knew how to book a show thanks to his skills in NXT. He knew what he was doing. And he cooked SummerSlam 2022. He fucking cooked it. To the point where I was like, I really want to watch Raw and SmackDown. Like, not full time, but I watch it more times than I watch it now. That's how I felt after watching SummerSlam. And you have Brock and Roman, which on paper, that's a match people don't want to see again. But when you have Triple H in charge, he wanted us to go all out, and they did. Do you think Vince would approve a fucking tractor? A fucking tractor! It was a fucking tractor in the match. And Brock fucking lit the ring with the damn tractor. Vince would not approve that. But Triple H did. And you had that teensy little teen of Theory cashing in, which would have pissed me off because I did not want to see Theory beat Brock or even Roman. I would have seen him try to, but he wasn't going to be a future world champion at this point. He's being rushed. So then, that after SummerSlam ended, I really got interested in watching Raw and SmackDown again, and I did. I watched I watched a few shows of Raw and SmackDown, and I really loved how Triple H was cooking. And Triple H knew what he was doing, and I really loved it. And I did watch Clash of the Castle, probably one of the greatest international shows of all time. And that show made me love Gunther. Now, I was a fan of Walter. I will say that. I was a fan of Walter. But I just felt like he just wasn't, like, he wasn't on my radar of my favorites. But then when he had that match with Sheamus, I'm like, bro, Gunther can fucking cook in the ring. Like, that boy is an actual, like, he's someone who would thrive in the 1990s. Like, he acts, his character is like a 1990s thing. Like, Gunther is just that crazy in the ring. I don't know how to put it. Like, you put him and Sheamus in the ring, and they will cook. Like, Sheamus is that type of guy who busted his ass for this. Busted his ass. And don't even start on the Sami Zayn storyline. Oh my god, that storyline with the Bloodline was television gold. I cannot tell you the joy I felt when watching War Games, and just this the scene of Sami Zayn turning on his best friend Kevin Owens to join the Bloodline was chef's kiss. Like, and then just having Jay, like Sami Zayn just laying Kevin down there, letting Jay get the pin was just a cherry on top of, in my opinion, the greatest War Games match in WWE history. Like, they have done War Games matches in the past. In 2024's War Games with Punk and Roman is a second best. So close. But you cannot capture the magic of Sammy and Roman. They built that match a lot in backstage segments. You had Roman talking with Jay. You had Sammy like talking to Roman about how he lied to Jay. Like, you had like so much build, and it that moment where Roman pulls Jimmy back in the cage and forces Sammy to go out there for Jay, and Sammy does his best, his very best, to give Jay's trust, and like you have him help him in multiple situations. Like, that whole match was structured perfectly, perfectly. I can't think of one bad thing from that War Games match. Like, it was so good. And while I didn't watch wrestling that much, after like a couple of months, I was like still very impressed with how Triple H was cooking. Like, I would watch this on YouTube and I would just be watching the recaps. I'm like, bro, Triple H is the god of booking. Let's see what I can pull from this basic pack. I'm going to open this pack and I'll get some MVP from it too. I'll do one more match. But I'm talking and I'm focusing as well too. I got two things at once. So 2023 hits. And I remember I watched the Royal Rumble. I was in a very bad condition. Like, I was feeling terrible on the day of the Royal Rumble. Like, I watched it at my mom's room. I was sick. Like, really sick. I was not feeling good at all. So I watched the Rumble. Not feeling good. I still watched the Rumble. I was not going to miss the Rumble because there was so much to watch with the Rumble matches. You had Roman versus Kevin, which has a lot of thing with Sami Zayn in it. Yeah, Bianca and Alexa were just like, it was just there. It was there. You had a fire theme with Soul to My Heart, which I listen to a lot on Spotify and YouTube. Like, it's a really good song. So I watched the Rumble, and Gunther, I loved Gunther even more after the Rumble. I really did. Like, Gunther, every time he's on screen and he has big, great matches, I'm a fan of him even more. Like, that motherfucker, like, I don't know what it is, but he was Iron Man in the Rumble, really. Like, he went from 1 to the end and got eliminated by number 3, which was Cody Rhodes. Now, we knew Cody was going to win the Rumble, but there was a lot of signs that Gunther could have won the Rumble because of how great he was. But I loved how they did it with him. I loved how he was booked. He wasn't ready. He had the IC title. He was already on the beats with that. Let him do more with the IC title so then we could see what he could do with the world title soon. I love that. The Women's Rumble was good too. I did not like how they botched it because I was confused as well. As you guys, I was confused. Why the fuck was that music playing? Was she like going to interfere in the match? And the countdown hit, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? At least Rhea won the Rumble, which was the obvious choice, really. Rhea Ripley was the obvious choice. That girl was killing it back when she was in the Judgment Day. Judgment Day really helped Rhea Ripley a lot, really. And it helped Dominic Mysterio, too. You can't say anything wrong about that. It helped. The Judgment Day was a stable that helped everybody, really. Like, helped Damian Priest, helped Finn Balor. The only person that didn't help was Edge. And Edge was the founder of it, but Edge just didn't like how it worked. He didn't like the heel turn. I've seen the news about how Edge wasn't happy with it. And I understood it, because, like, Edge was so popular with the fans, you couldn't turn him. You just couldn't make him a permanent heel. You just couldn't. So, yeah. But yeah, like Roman and Kevin had a pretty okay match. Really, like I didn't really like know. I didn't really know too much about that match. It was just okay for me. It just wasn't the best. But what people really remember from that match is the ending. Really, with Sami Zayn turning on Roman to a huge pop from the crowd, huge pop from the crowd, like amazing. And like I'll get to it later, but let's open this pack and see if we get some MFP. So right here, we're gonna open this pack. I have been missing the Kid Alliance from this, so let's see if we can pull her. We got a cosmetic we didn't have. We got a silver repeat done. What else is new? Super Series 1. So, yep, I'm gonna get on my grind while we continue the chat, and I do talk about my wrestling story, and then I'll get to WrestleMania. So, yeah, and then we go to 2023. We get the Chamber match, the Elimination Chamber. I watched that show. I loved the Sami Roman match, which was fire. That match was really good, phenomenal build, and then it leads to WrestleMania. I watched WrestleMania, and it was really good. An underrated match, in my opinion, was the four-way tag match between the Alpha Academy, Strowman, Ricochet, the Viking Raiders, and the Street Profits. That match was fast paced, and it was fast paced for no reason, no reason at all. But it was fast paced, entertaining to watch. Like 30 seconds in the match, everybody's out of the ring, beating the fuck out of each other. So many high spots from the Giants. Tyson on commentary was just cherry on top of it. Like it was awesome. You had a great, well, not really great. We had a decent one we were seeing in theory. Probably could have done better with the way the match was built. Could have done better. Um, Typical family business. All right. So I'll talk about WrestleMania. So yeah. So that was night. And the main event of night one was storytelling with Scammy and Kevin winning the titles from the Usos. Awesome match. Night two, I'm gonna talk about night two real quick. Nothing pretty much happened in night two besides the triple threat for the Intercontinental Championship. You had Cody and Roman have a great match. Nothing much pretty much happened on night two. You had a decent Hell in a Cell with Balor and Edge. You had Brock and Omos. Yeah. So then, after a few months, the last pay-per-view PLE I watched was, I think it was Night of Champions. It could have been NXT Battleground, but I do want to say it was Night of Champions. That was the last PLE I watched on Peacock before I didn't get my subscription. Well, I lost my subscription to Peacock, but it was whatever. And this was still around the time I was watching wrestling. Sometimes I would watch Raw and SmackDown. Even when I'm bored, I'll just watch the shows because I'm bored or anything, see what's going on. And it kept being the same format. Um, I didn't really watch, like, I did watch like the W drafts. I would watch shows here and there, but I didn't really I didn't feel that joy again. Even when they reached the new era, which is the era we're in now, I just didn't want to. I just didn't watch it full time, and that full time experience was gone. And I would still watch Raw and SmackDown, and even NXT. I would watch shows from there. I would also watch some NXT. I watched NXT 2300, really great show. Loved seeing some ECW legends show up on NXT. Um, I did watch NXT Spring Breakin' I think it was week 2 I watched. I didn't watch week 1, I watched week 2. I didn't really watch any of the WrestleMania Raw, SmackDowns. I didn't really watch much, really. And then 2025 hit, and that's when I was just like, I did not want to watch wrestling. I didn't want to watch it. Like, it lost the plot. Like, I would watch Raw and SmackDown shows. I would definitely watch those. But after Mania 41, like, it just, it just wasn't there for me. Like, from the first Raw on Netflix till Mania 41, I was watching mostly Raw on Netflix. And I would watch some SmackDown and even some NXT. But I didn't have that itch. And then when WrestleMania 41 hit, and after that, it was just downhill from there. I did not watch one episode at all. I can't recall the one time I watched a Raw or SmackDown or NXT. I don't recall. I can't. I cannot recall. Well, yeah, I probably did watch NXT, but that was pretty much it. That was pretty much it. Well, wait, no, now I'm thinking about it, I don't think I even watched NXT at all. Because I remember I did watch Eddie Thorpe versus the True Williams in the Underground match. That was probably in March. Because by December, Eddie Thorpe was released. So yeah, I didn't watch anything from there. I would watch on YouTube the clips of it, but I just didn't feel like watching it. And it got worse and worse and worse to the point where I would barely even watch a Raw or SmackDown NXT. I would barely watch one. And it was really because of TKO. TKO really stopped me from watching wrestling. Let's put this in perspective. The only show I can recall that I've watched in 2026 is the Raw Stranger Things episode. That is the only show I watched. And I watched it live with you guys. that says a lot. That shows you that I only watch shows when I'm interested in it. And at this point, there's like nothing interesting to watch because of TKO. Like, it just burned me out. And I'm still a wrestling fan, but nowadays, I just can't watch anything, really. I just can't. Like, I don't know what happened to the wrestling I loved. I don't know what happened to it. TKO, clearly or not, they don't know anything about wrestling. They claim to have known, but they don't. They don't. I don't care what they say, they don't. Because if they did, we would not have this mess that we're in. We would have celebrities coming in, ruin Mania. We would have terrible bookings, anything like that. But we have those, and I just, here we are now. And that's pretty much it for my wrestling story. I know it was pretty much long, but I'm trying to make it as unique as possible. So now let's get to Mania, night one. Oh boy, where do I fucking start with this shit? I'll say this now. If there was no TKO involvement, this could have been one of the greatest Manias of all time. Same with Mania Volume 41. This night one show was a disaster. It was. No matches stand out as Mania quality matches. Becky Lynch winning the fucking title back after 7 weeks of AJ Lee winning the title. After 7 weeks. You know somebody else held that title for 49 days and lost it to Becky? It was Maxine. I made a meme out of that. Where the guy in the front has his eyes just going up and down. That's Maxine and AJ with the title. And Becky's just looking at it. And his wife in that image, the girl on the left, which is that man's wife, is looking at him with a look on her face. That's Becky Lynch's face right there. Not the person in the image, but I'm saying, like, I think technically that's Becky Lynch right there when she sees someone with her title. She's looking at her like, just wait 7 weeks and that title's back on my shoulders. Like, I don't get it. Like, watching Becky lose the title again, it's gonna take another 7 weeks until Becky wins back her title again. Watch. That title is like, I don't get it. I do not get it. Like, I don't understand why Becky won that match. I never understood it. They should have had Jessica Carr screw Becky out of the title and leave Jessica Carr having her match against Becky at Backlash. I don't get it. The station match I've watched, I can see close of it. Like, besides Drew McIntyre doing his typical bored at work things, I just it didn't feel like an unstation match to me. It didn't. Like, Kevin and Sane had a better unstation match than Jacob and Drew. Well, I guess it was fun. They just didn't. It didn't click. It didn't click. And then the main event, which was the most dog shit. Well, I don't know about the most dog shit, but I've seen worse with Cody. I'm looking at Cody and seeing it when I say that. But Cody and Randy just didn't feel like a Mania match. And Cody retained the title pisses me off. Well, I mean, when Becky won the title the first time, she helped elevate the title more. She was the reason they got defended on PLEs. You can't deny that. When Maxine won it, it was a good change of pace because Maxine had a great story going into her title win. You could have helped elevate that story and had her held title for long, but you didn't want to do that. So you had her lose the title in 7 weeks to Becky Lynch, and Becky didn't really do much with that title. She was just going with a feud with AJ that went stale instantly. So, like, Punk and Seth were out. Like, when Seth came back, he was focused on Punk. I don't get it. I don't get it how that title was treated after Becky won it. The title was treated didn't mean much, really. By the women's US title. Like, we had the main event with Pat McAfee getting involved. At least you had Jelly Roll get involved to help even the odds, which was better than having nobody. At least Pat McAfee deserved that game element of a Jelly Roll. I'm gonna be honest, Jelly Roll is probably one of my favorite celebrities in wrestling. Like he knows, like Jelly Roll takes his business seriously, but in a good serious way. Like, he knows the business well. You can hate anyone about Jelly Roll. He's like Logan Paul, Bad Bunny, Jelly Roll. Three great celebrities that are really good. Like Jelly Roll was training hard to be on SummerSlam. That's how much he wanted to be in the business. Like he lost a ton of weight and he looked in phenomenal shape to be in the ring. So yeah. And then that match just didn't feel like they had blood in it, but didn't help it. You had the stupid ending where they did the repeat from the chamber where they had Randy. Recently had Randy go after Pat, betray Pat, Judges in the crossroads. Like I just don't understand. They're telling all Randy Orton just dead Randy has to go for the punk kick at the end of the match. Yeah, I watched that Bad Bunny versus Priest street fight match at Backlash. I love that street fight. Like Bad Bunny really took some brutal bumps, and he had probably one of the best celebrity, not if not the best celebrity entrance in the game. Like Bad Bunny knows what he was doing. He cooked. But yeah, then Randy wants to go for the punk kick at the end of the match when he could have done it to finish the match and win his title. But no, he didn't want to do that. They wanted to have Cody retain the title just because Cody lost the state. They didn't want to do a repeat. Like, bullshit. And now, we're probably not going to get a tag match at Backlash. We're probably going to get Randy and Cody maybe like at SummerSlam or something. And if Randy's winning, at this point, there's no excuse. Randy Orton should easily have. The next time Randy and Cody meet, Cody's going to lose to Randy Orton. And if he doesn't, this is some bullshit. At least night 2 was better. At least night 2 was better. You had Oba beating Brock, passing the torch, a good 4-minute match between two behemoths. You don't want to go over 5 minutes because those two are monsters and they beat the Hunter so hard that they can't go past 5 minutes. That's a good one. It wasn't squash. It was actually really good. Oba got the win. I saw that coming. And then why didn't he go with Brock retiring? And I could see this going to an angle where Gunther wants to retire Brock and not Oba. So I could see when Gunther feud with Oba. Like Gunther confronts Oba Femi and he's like, you retired Brock Lesnar before Icon? That is also run for the ring and ride. So I retired Goldberg, John Cena, and AJ Styles. Like, if you put Gunther and Oba in a feud and have Gunther be the one to beat Oba, that can help elevate Gunther. Because Oba beating Brock is one thing, but him giving Gunther a run for his money, even though he's lost, that's still going to push Oba. Because the only thing he's going to help Oba focus on like other matches and good storylines. While on the other hand, you have Gunther that wants to go after Brock. So him losing Oba Family's not going to mean anything. It's not going to work. But it could. Because I've been wrong in the past. We have something that Deadly Passenger is going to love. Trent Whitley is the new United States Champion. And I saw that coming from a mile away. Like, there was no way they could have fumbled Trick, and they did not fumble Trick. They did not do that Trick. They let Sammy get whooped by Trick. If that makes any sense. But Trick Williams is the U.S. champion, and I'm all in for that one too. Some new blood going as we're now getting some stars retiring. We got Brock retired, AJ retired. You have John Cena, Goldberg. Like, so many people are retiring from wrestling, which is fine because their bodies are putting too much in the point where they just can't wrestle anymore. The ladder match for the Intercontinental was fun to watch. It's fun to see the clips on the YouTube shorts. Javon Evans really showed out. Penta retained. I saw that coming. I want to see more Penta with the Intercontinental. Paige returning was awesome. I didn't mention that, but Paige did return. I loved that. And well, the tag match was It was fun seeing Paige wrestle. Her really new women's tag champs. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Finally, Brie Bella's a women's tag champ, but with Nikki to Paige. And then we also had. I didn't talk about the six-man tag match because nothing much really happened, but Actual Speed Showdown. You know somebody that has an opportunity like Jelly Roll. I can definitely see that. I see Actual Speed's the one that takes the business seriously too. He was traded Randy Orton. So yep, there's that. And then the Demon returns to face Dominic in an entertaining street fight, is what I've heard. I've watched the clips a bit, and it was entertaining to watch. And then Roman vs. Punk. I mean, that match was 10 times better than the main event of night one. Yeah, Roman was probably one of the most aura-farming entrances in ever, which is that's why I think Roman is that guy. He's that aura guy right there. See, Punk with a cool entrance as well, but at the end of the day, we all acknowledge that OTC as Roman Reigns, the new World Heavyweight Champion. And I saw it could have went either way. I would be mad if Punk retained. I would be mad if Roman won. I'm very satisfied with the outcome of that match. See, I love when main event matches are like unpredictable. Like Roman versus Punk. I found that main event unpredictable because you never know what the outcome can be. It's not predictable like Cody versus Randy, like what Randy and Cody could have been, or Roman versus Cody could have been. But it was really, that's the point. Like the main event, like you want to watch a show to the point where when the main event hits, you still don't know who you want to win. Like that main event is going to your mind so bad, pause, that you have no clue who's gonna win. Like that is awesome right there. So yeah, overall, I feel like this was a step down, and it was really gonna TKO ruining WWE. Like John Cena wanted to ruin wrestling, while TKO was ruining wrestling with their stupid ideas, and I can't. This is not the same WWE that I know now. Triple H is not satisfied. Like on camera, he's like playing his role, but behind the scenes, I know Tim. Like not unreal behind the scenes, but like behind the scenes, like he is really like not happy with how TKO handled everything. Like I feel bad for Triple H, and I'm not saying that he was a perfect booker. He was not. But he was way better than Vince, and he's better off on his own. Like he could make better shows without this TKO crap. He can. Just go back to 2022, 2024. Like he was cooking, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with TKO. I don't know why TKO had to stick their nose in business that didn't belong. I just don't understand. And here we are now. We are on the Raw of Mania, and I don't know what's gonna happen. When I watch the show, probably not. I'm gonna be busy grinding my faction, which is probably one of the reasons why I haven't watched much because I've been grinding my faction. But when the next year hits, I'm not buying 27 or any other new game from this company. I'm not gonna talk about 2K again because at this point I've said everything I said. But I'm gonna hopefully be able to get the time to watch Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and even some TNA. I've not watched TNA on AMC, so very soon I will watch a lot of wrestling. Very soon, guys. I'll even do some live streams watching along. So that Raw Stranger that wasn't a one-time thing. It was not. It was the start of something, but we gotta get this over with. so ruthless. Okay. Oh, I forgot that Morgan had a new theme song, which was her new trouble theme. I think it was good. It was good. She beat Sammy Bakura in a disappointing match, but shout out to Loney for pointing out why that match was short. But it is what it is. This is being WrestleMania, but what can you do when you have a kind of like TKO that doesn't care about wrestling? Excuse me. So let me see what Lone said. Because you made it. Let me see. TKO has ruined it, which I feel sorry for Triple H. Also, people also blame Triple H, which people also always say Triple H was the father. Since last time I checked, we know he has bosses to answer to. Facts. Facts. You think Triple H want those decisions? No. He wanted Pat McAfee to show up? No. He wanted Cody Rhodes to win? No. But his hands were glued because of TKO. TKO thinks what they do is better for business than what Triple H does. Like, do they not get the full context? They clearly don't get the full context. They clearly don't get the full context. Triple H clearly does. And I can remember him as well. I remember him as well. Like, that makes you damn well Triple H is being forced to do these other business deals in order to help grow TKO's wallet. And Triple H really can't do anything about it because it's a $1 billion corporation. So, yep. I really don't know what else to say, really. I'm just going to grind this out while I try to think of something else to say. But, yeah. I'm not going to say anything about 2K because I've said everything I said. And I don't want to say, like, anything, like, I haven't said. So, yeah. I will say this, though. I will be on Monday Night Raw later on tonight. I will be there on Ticket Plus live stream. I will be there. And if he wants to talk with me, I'll be on that live. If you want to talk with me, I have no problem talking because haven't heard from you since last week, and I have I have I have made sure everything went back to normal, and I tried to calm everything down myself. So I will be there Monday night, aka later on tonight. And if he wants to talk about what, if he wants to talk, then I'm all ears. Okay. I'm gonna show you guys my collection real quick. So WrestleMania Volume 1 and Volume 2. Here's the look. Here is the collection complete of Raw and Cena. We pulled all the cards, and I was able to pull an Elbow Fire. Don't really care about the tokens. Now here, missing one card. The one card I can never pull. L.A. Knight. You see my MP up in the corner? I'm going to save that. I'm going to grind for 2 packs. The reason I'm going to do 2 packs is because this grind method can take a while. And plus I want to grind a bit more when I get it off the stream. So hopefully we can pull it from 2 packs. And I have all the rubies. I'm shipping 3 sapphires, and that's it. Chris Sabin, and I don't need, but I need LA Knight. But I did pull Punk, I pulled Roxanne, I pulled Roman, and I pulled Seth. So we got the Persona card Punk, Pain Train, Heavy Handed. I look for badges that have Thin Like a Bee, Heavy Handed, and Pain Train, like this Tamatanga right here. Have fun with this Tamatanga card. His badges, he has Pain Train, Heavy Handed, and Sting Like a Bee. 3 ways to stun your opponent 2 times. Really cool, really fun card to use. Really, if you don't have time, he's in the card market for 47,500 MFP. You can basically grind like 50K an hour, so you can grind like 4 hours, and you'll get 60,000 MFP, and you can just get Tamatonga. What 3 rivers do you need, bro? Do you need is one of them Roman? Because if one of them's Roman, then you're kind of not in a nitpick because these odds of pulling rubies are crazy. Odds of pulling rubies I got Roman and Seth from the single packs I opened. I pulled from a single pack I opened MFP. And I have pulled a lot of these. I pulled all the emeralds. Yeah, 1 card towards the rock. We can get Cody Rhodes soon. Undeniable. I don't know. This one probably goes to an Ultimate Challenge event. I have 3 teams. I have my grinding team right here. I have my live event team, which requires me for a live event. And then I have my main team, which is cards I love to use. I love using AJ Styles. I love using Tamatonga. I love these cards. Damn you. So you got Punk. Where's Punk go to? Does he go for this? Yes, he does. Okay. So you're gonna get Roman, bro. I guarantee you're gonna get Roman. You're gonna get Roman soon, bro. Because these odds are crazy for rubies. They are. So you know, 10,000 MP. I don't know. Should I just take a risk and just do a pack opening? I don't know. I'm gonna keep grinding a bit. I'll keep grinding a bit while I continue to chat with you guys. And then when I get, I'm like, you know what? I'll just open the pack. If I have to open 1 pack, then so be it. I'll just open that 1 pack. But I'm trying to get to at least 2, maybe even 3 packs. It depends. Maybe if I get to 50K MFP, which is going to be a little bit of a tough one. It's kind of like 3 hours. I'm not doing that. Not doing that. Okay. Alright, sure. You want me? I'll probably do because that window was terrible. Because I got picked up for basic pack. I'll do a refresh and then I'll open the packs. Because that was a bad. I figured it's gonna be a bad window. Because I had pulled the whole single pack. I've been gotten gold cards only, and I've been pulling sapphire, but I've been pulling duplicate sapphires. Apart from the ones that I need. Oh no, your pay train, go. You probably could, but in reality, I wouldn't bother. Because look what happened with they keep pushing packs every 7 days, and it's fucking ridiculous. Like, give us 2, like for the Mania packs, I understand they're 2 volumes, so give us 7 days for each. But for the other packs, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. What? Sorry, Edge. I couldn't I tried to understand it, but you tried typing it up like confusing for me. Can you understand it for me, please? Oh, V, D. I just be going through these matches quick for a little bit of MP, but what can you do? They ruined the badge, which they didn't do in the other game, but in this game, apparently, it's such an important badge to patch. I don't get it. And Brian claims there's so much MP in this game. Oh, okay, thank you, Edge, for that. I'm trying to read what, because Luna's making another good point. So you're telling me TKO wanted Jade to retain, Becky to win the title, and Cody to retain, and Roman to win? Oh my god. They don't know how wrestling works. They really don't. They really don't know. Because I bet you they're probably upset that Rhea won the title. Triple H got the last laugh in that one. Triple H is like, no, you ain't doing all this stuff. You ain't Vince McMahon. I'm the one in charge, and I'm gonna do what the hell I want. But his hands are probably too tied to the point where he couldn't change all the outcomes and only change one. So that was with TKO. Forced Triple H to do these other decisions that he thinks are gonna help. But reality, it fucks up everything. Now we have ads all over the ring mat. We have ads everywhere on PLEs. It's too much. It's greed at this point. They don't know how to do business. They really don't. I'm tempting, bro. I'm tempting. It's hard to grind this game. Maybe if I just do 2 packs, open 1 pack in the one window, and open another pack in the other window, maybe that could work. Yeah, that's gonna work. We're definitely gonna do 2 packs. Yeah, Livin's are definitely Triple's favorites. And again, TKO, because Triple H is doing all this stuff with TKO, thinks that it's gonna help WWE grow is just nonsense. And this would not fly in 2022 or in 2024 because Triple H wanted Cody to win the title, but Vince McMahon wanted Roman to win. So this is deja vu for 2023. But Triple H is not. He's not. People say this all Triple H is full of bullshit. They're just TKO fanboys that defend what TKO does and refuse to admit what TKO did is wrong. Call me out on that. And I dare y'all to keep calling me out on that BS. Somebody clip this part I'm gonna say right here. TKO is really WWE and Triple H is trying to save it. Clip that. And I cannot wait to see how the internet community is gonna be pissed about what I just said. Because honestly, I don't give a fuck. Because what I find it completely hypocritical is that these people refuse. These people were not there when when Triple H was in charge 2022. But in 2025, apparently, they want to put the blame all on Triple H. What the fuck is wrong with these people, the IWC community? They are just so, like Kid Wilson, toxic. I'm not saying Kid Wilson, I'm saying like his character. Like he keeps calling people toxic, that's toxic in the IWC community. What do you mean toxic? Come on. Come on, we gotta get this grind going. We gotta do 2 packs. We gotta do 2 packs. My factory points. I'm currently broke right now. I mean, I'm not broke, but I'm just not gonna spend money on this right now. If I'm gonna spend money, maybe like $50, and if I did spend $50, just go towards the card market, and I'll just get those aftershock and momentum cards. I'll get Javon and take about 2 because last year I dominated my faction, and I was on my 8. I was ahead of the game really. had every color single world card, which was a lot to do. I had mostly every card. I had all the rings, got Super, I had most live cards. I had most everything else. I was had the game besides Faction Wars. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna watch Raw mate because I'm gonna be grinding the game. And when 10:30 hits, when Prime Raw goes live, I'll join that stream because I'm not gonna be going to bed anytime soon. I'm gonna be on my chair grinding the game, and I'll be joining to get on the stream. But I'll definitely watch the YouTube short because they do release clips on YouTube. I'm gonna see what happens, but I can see Jeff get betrayed. Well, mostly I could probably see Roxanne betrayed. Jeff enjoying Finn Balor. But you think Jerry Dom betrayed Liv? You insane for that. You insane for that. But you make a good point though. You make a good point. That could happen because of the Raw Mania. And also, I want to put this question out to you guys in the comments, in the chat right now. Because the Raw Mania, who do you think is going to get called up from NXT? I've heard rumors about JC Jane, Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, Joe Hendry, Sol Ruka. Like, I would hope they could call up to SmackDown because SmackDown really needs some top talent. Like, their roster for main event level is stale. So for NXT, you got a lot of great names that could be on SmackDown. Don't put them on Raw because they're going to get lost in trouble. Raw has Femi and Javon Evans already. They don't need any more talents. They have a stacked roster already. Put the call-ups over to SmackDown and leave them there. Point blank. Like, think about Fraxium. They're on SmackDown. They're killing the Titan division. You got Trick Williams. He dominated SmackDown. Like, and Ethan Page makes sense going to SmackDown. Chelsea Green is also on SmackDown. Ricky Saints can join the group too. He's with Ethan Page on NXT. He can go there. Joe Hendry, he was on SmackDown, so Joe Hendry could be on SmackDown. Like, even put Fatal Influence, put all three Fatal Influence on SmackDown. Really, JC doesn't be solo. Put all three of them. Like, JC could be probably Rhea Ripley's future opponent because if she becomes Evan Pierce, she could be Rhea Ripley. And then Sol Ruka, she could cook in the ring too. But I don't think Raw needs more NXT call-ups. Really, they don't. They really don't. Like, they have enough stars on the roster. They got enough. We need to chill on Raw, and we need SmackDown to really have more talent. Like, Race Keys is a good one that they got on SmackDown, but one star is not going to cut it. We need more. Books. We're getting there, people. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're in the building. What's up, y'all? Just chilling on the live right now. I'm glad I'm going live about any shenanigans, any BS that's going on, because now everything is apparently good to be settled for the time being. So hopefully that stays. Hope that Denver and see Rosaria, I don't see her getting called up. I think I see her beating Sol Ruka, and then Sol gets called up to SmackDown. I think Zarya can. Cause I don't think because people like Sol Ruka more than Zarya. So like, if you give Zarya more time at NXT, she could dominate. Like, even you have people like Jada Parker, she's like really over. Blake Monroe's a good one. It's a great one too. But they're not getting called up yet because they're given more time. Zarya, give her more time than all of them really. But if Zarya gets called, I would be surprised because they did it with they did it with Blair Davenport. They did it with Lyra Valkyria. And I say with Lyra because like she was on the thing for like a year or so, and she got called up. Like Davenport didn't really do much, but she was out in NXT having some great matches, and she got called up. And ironically, she lost to Sol Ruka. So if you really put that in context, Sol should lose to Zarya, and Sol should get called up. Excuse me. a lot of stars that can get called up. Olafite's not gonna get called up anytime soon because she's the Women's champion. But they go do what they. But then again, she's also double champ Triple A, so I don't see her drop the title soon. So we gotta wait. We gotta have another year. Booker T going berserk over Vice City. But if Olafite ever get called up, she's gonna be on the roster with her boyfriend, Damien Priest. Guarantee that because I like this about the way they have because they have Send Bank on the same brand. They have Alzheimer's and Zelina Bank on the same brand. If Montez Ford's on SmackDown, then maybe Bianca's gonna be on SmackDown. I'm trying to think of every other couple that's in the WWE right now, but I can't really think of the top of my head. Anybody else? Let me see if I can AJ Lee, who's one right there. Lorenzo and Ariana Grace, NXT. Like, if Blue Lights is called up and Breach on SmackDown, you know SmackDown is gonna get hot one time. You know what I'm saying? Jada Parker, when she gets called up, she's gonna be on the same roster as Yeet. I just don't. But again, I don't see them going to Raw. I really don't, because I feel like Raw has enough talent for a women's division. Really, SmackDown is lacking star power, and if you put Pam Williams on SmackDown, you're gonna really have that star power, along with Sonya Luka. Except it would suck because Jada Parker could have dominated that too, but if she ever got called up, she would go the same brand as Yeet. She's gonna try to say brand as Yeet. Main event Yeet. She's gonna say Yeet. 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 Jey Uso, yeah. Jey Uso and Jada Parker on the same brand. Hell yeah. But it pissed off his wife. Jey Uso got a girlfriend and a wife and kids. Like, bro, Jey Uso's living the American dream, baby. Yeet. Can somebody count how many times I eat it in the next 30 seconds? Oh my god, that's hilarious. I've eaten a lot of times. I lost count. But yeah, last year's Raw Mania after Mania was better than Mania. Really, you had Rusev come back. Aleister Black was back. Ooh, that's a great question, Edgeplay. That's a great one. Maybe Roman beats Oba because if Oba can beat Brock, you can't say if Oba can beat Brock, he can beat Roman, but Roman can beat Oba because Oba is super over. I've seen the video of it. Well, I feel like they were more jobbers on Raw. Really, they were mostly jobbers. The Rise Squad were more jobbers on Raw because Okay, bad. All right. So like I was saying, the Riot Squad were not. They weren't treated as jobbers in my opinion. When I was watching SmackDown, they were real. They were like a big threat. But then when they got to Raw, they were jobbers. If you give the Riot Squad more time on SmackDown, they would have dominated the brand. Give them the women's tag titles. Give them the give Ruby Riott the women's title. Like they could have dominated, but I don't know. But it kind of benefited because now Sarah Logan is now with Eric, and they have a kid now. Ruby Riott's doing her thing in AEW. She has a kid as well. Liv Morgan is being multi-time world champion, multi-tag champ. She's doing her thing. She's kind of music artist now, so they have achieved stuff. But that's one of the teams that had potential, but the Reach just failed miserably with them. And what's surprising me is that, speaking of that, what could have failed was Ludwig Kaiser being a Grande Americano. Santi said it best. If you lay out the context, a German guy pretending to be a Mexican guy, and pretending to be an American guy, that could fail. That should fail miserably. But Ludwig Kaiser knew to make it work because he speaks Spanish fluently. He's awesome in the ring with his technical skills. He's really good at high flying skills as well. Like he's really made the Grand Americano character amazing, and he's the most over wrestler in AAA. And it's when if he loses to the original Grand Americano, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck because Lyndon Kaiser's getting so much ovation in AAA, and he's gonna kill that. It's like Undertaker. I know the Undertaker's moving AAA. He knows that the crowd are so over the real Grand Americano that he's gonna want him to be the one to unmask the original El Grande Americano. Because the Undertaker is a better booker, in my opinion. And a good thing about Triple H, about absolute, that was awesome. I didn't even notice that. Little deals like that is awesome in wrestling. So, yeah, I feel like, but what I love about NXT and AAA now is that they're not controlled by TKO. Only Raw and SmackDown are. Like Shawn Michaels doesn't have to worry about TKO's garbage. Young nigga doesn't have to worry about about TKO's garbage. They're both booking NXT and AAA respectively, and they're really good at their booking. The Undertaker booking AAA was something I did not get to happen. I didn't expect that, but it's happening. The Undertaker is doing a great job. It's all matter of time before we see people like John Cena become a booker, or CM Punk, or even AJ Styles. Like these even giant wrestlers, they're gonna book the shows one day. If the Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Triple H can do it, AJ Styles can do it, John Cena can do it. Absolutely will, because Ludwig Kaiser is just so great as a Grand Americano, so great. And if Chad Gable gets unmasked, we could get back the Chad Gable that we love, and someone who can wrestle. Because well, don't get me wrong, Chad Gable could work in the ring. Even when he was a Grand Americano, he could still work in the ring. He made that character work, but Ludwig Kaiser made that work way better. Like there's this segment with him and Danhausen where Chad Gable was like, "El rule number dos, rule number dos." What the fuck? What is that? Rule number dos? I've heard of numbre uno, numbre dos. I've heard that before, but number dos? That's how you know that Chad Gable, she's not thinking Spanish, but Luther Kaiser is. So, if you make Kaiser lose, why would you have Chad Gable play when he's not even that good in speaking Spanish? Like that flow makes no sense. And Edge plays. I think that was you that was saying if Paige is going to be the main for two back. If Aleister Black, if Aleister Black can be in the DLC last year when he returned on the Raw on the SmackDown Mania, then you know without a doubt that that Page is gonna be the Persona card. Or, well, not Persona card, but like the new DLC character, along with 2 WrestleMania event cards. I hope that it's Roman with the gold glove, and maybe CM Punk. But it didn't do Jey Uso. He was the opening match. They could do Obafemi because he was an opening match. I don't think anybody in the opening match of night one can have has a good attire to use. But let's see what he said. Game one does have facial hair because see he grew a beard. Yeah, I saw the image before he returned. That boy was jacked. That boy was shredded. Like that injury, it really pushed him to work out in the gym and try to get better. And he really put up the muscle. But I don't think he's gonna reach. I don't know if he's gonna reach the magic from like 2023, 2024 because that was in my opinion per Gable. That was peak per Gable, man. Because that boy, he was like in his perk. He was like per Gable. Like that boy was fired. Nowadays, when he got El Gran Americano, he was just he's still fine. Don't get me wrong, but it just didn't have the magic like per Gable did. And you know what per Gable with BW Customs, an action figure creator made a custom per Gable action figure. You know that's great. You know it's like that. But hopefully that magic does come back. But it's highly unlikely. Yeah, I'm gonna save up for 2 packs, so maybe like around 25,400 MFP because I don't want to open 1 pack and then not have enough MFP for another pack. Not gonna fly on my watch because I want LA Knight. I really want LA Knight to lock in for The Rock. It's bothering me that I'm missing 1 card. Yeah, but those ones are probably gonna be like in my faction or the Ringside Pass. I don't see them being Mania cards. I just see Oba because like Brock was just similar. Nobody in the 6-man tag match is like flashy with their attires. And it did last year with Jey Uso. He was the opening match against Gunther on night one. So and Cody Rhodes was Mania night 2. So they're gonna do a Mania night 1 and Mania night 2. But the problem is like, how are you gonna do that? You better not. You're probably not gonna do Cody Rhodes again because why would you do that? They're probably gonna do like maybe for the night 1, maybe like either Roman or Punk, or for night 2. Wait, night 2 Punk or Roman. Night 1 Randy Orton. Really, the one I can think of. And I don't think Randy had like that flashy of attire besides like last year. Because last year he had like a blue and yellow attire which was clean too. OGC for life in the building. How you doing, man? How you doing, bro? We're chatting right now, and I'm grinding the game because I'm gonna do 2 packs of WrestleMania Volume 2, so I could pull LA Knight. Yeah, I don't even know why I even said Obafemi. Maybe it's because it was the opening match of night 2. But then again, like now I'm thinking about it, they would probably do a night 2, which was probably going to be Roman or Punk, and then night 1 would probably be Randy Orton. Really, you're all right, bro. It's hard to grind this game, but I'm trying to grind the best I can to open 2 packs so I can pull LA Knight. There's 1 card I'm missing towards The Rock. I have all of the cards besides LA Knight. Here we go again, another Alba Fire situation where I have to open a lot of packs to get him. And I did pull Alba Fire. I did pull her off camera. Hopefully I can pull LA Knight on stream. And I can do the live event. Oh man, this is going to be tough. I've opened so many single packs. Single Deluxe is really good. Single Deluxe are the ones that are hitting. Yeah, that was a good tribute attire. But I think that was also, didn't he wear that attire for like Mania 20? Or was it black and white with red, with blue? I think it was black. I don't remember. But if he did wear black and yellow, blue and yellow, probably, it was a debut, but it could have been Mania 20. I could be wrong. Somebody can look it up. Oh, man. What time is it? Is it 5 o'clock? Oh my god, it's 5:30. Holy shit, I've been grinding for a while. Holy shit. Bro, is it just me or the grind with Randy Orton is like so annoying? Because like Randy reverses every springboard. Yeah, he wore it when he faced Joe Hendry, but I'm saying like, um, was the gear expired by not only I know it was expired by Davey, but didn't he also wear that attire that blue and yellow from Mania 20? Cause I could have sworn he did when he was with Ric Flair and Batista against the Rock and Sock Connection in the handicap match. I think he did wear a blue and gold attire because they made action figures of that Randy Orton. They made an elite and an ultimate of it, and it was black and blue and yellow. I just say black and yellow and what Wiz Khalifa or something. I think it was blue and yellow. I don't remember. Yeah, go ahead and check because I couldn't recall. I know it was a debut. I know his debut gear was blue and yellow, but I don't remember if his Mania 20 gear was blue and yellow. But I do know they made an elite figure and an ultimate of it because I'm an action figure collector. As you guys see my collection over here, I don't have that Randy Orton in the blue and yellow because I have a elite Randy Orton all the way in the background in my shelf over there. You can't really see it, but I do have a Randy Orton figure. I do want to get more Randy Ortons. I want that ultimate Randy that came out where it's like a 2-in-1. You get a promo gear and a ring gear. But yeah, yeah, that's what happens. Like sometimes, like the gear stuff, like it could be so memorable, but at the same time, it's like people they have like so many attires that you kind of forget the throwback ones that you love. Like RVD, he had like so many fire top singlets, but like when time goes on, you can't even remember like when he wore that. I couldn't tell you that he wore that. His Red 23 gear. I didn't recall that figure when that figure was announced. I didn't know that figure that time was from 23. Couldn't tell you that for a fact. RBD. Final boss, Christian Martinez. That's like 4 words. I don't care. 4 words, 1 sentence. Final boss, Christian Martinez. Okay, so it was like it was kind of the blue and gold attire, pretty much. Yeah, but I don't think did he wear black designs at Mania 41? I don't think he did. Again, like Randy Orton has had so many attires, I can't even recall. Do you guys even remember Battleground 2014 when he wore that blue attire with the black and white stripes? I couldn't fathom to you. Don't remember him wearing that attire at Battleground because it's Battleground. Do you think people are going to remember Battleground? Who the hell can remember Battleground? At least NXT Battleground you can remember, but WWE Battleground from 2013 2017? Who the fuck remembers Battleground? I know I do because surprisingly I watched Battleground 2015 a couple times, but like Battleground. What kind of name is Battleground? Really? I mean, I like the name of it, but like, why would that? I don't get it. I don't even know why I keep saying Battleground. What a forgettable pay per view. Because WWE, they got NXT made it better with Shawn Michaels in charge. See, I love this about Shawn. Like he literally like, oh my god, that referee is dead. That referee was like, rest in peace. What? Grab it. So Randy Orton's wearing blue and yellow attire 3 times, as far as what I'm hearing. So good to know. You can't forget Randy Orton's sick white gift from Mania 37. That's something that came with my mind. What kind of name was Great Balls of Fire? Great Balls. They could have went for like Armageddon or like Judgment Day or like something new, morally creative. Great Balls of Fire. That was in 2K18. They patched in Great Balls of Fire Arena. What kind of name is that? What kind of name was Great Balls of Fire? That was a Raw pay per view too. And thank God it was a one time pay per view because what were they thinking? I've seen like Armageddon, Judgment Day, Unforgiven, like No Mercy. Well, no, you get the point. I've seen better pay per view names than that. I've seen creative pay per view names from content creators that do action figure wrestling. They do like universe mode content. They even made their own pay per view names. Like, I've seen better creative than that than Great Balls of Fire. What the fuck? Are they talking about Vince McMahon's balls? Pause. He was the owner at the time. Oh my god. Like, it's funny too because like what the fuck happened on that show? Like besides like the main event and like the Angus match and like the Iron match, who remembers Sasha Banks versus Bailey? Wait, Bailey. Alexa Bliss. Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. The Miz versus Dean Ambrose. And Enzo versus Cass. Enzo versus Cass. On paper, fire feud. Fuck, great turn, heel turn. In reality, sucked. Oh man. Oh man. Talk about fucking failure. Talk about a shithole of a name. You know it's bad when SmackDown had Battleground. They had Backlash. They had Hell in a Cell. They had Clash Series. Better pay-per-view names. Well, nothing wrong yet. Extreme Rules, Payback, Fastlane, Balls of Fire, University, TLC. Shout out to Ed Place. He just pulled Roman Reigns. We'd love to see it. I'm getting there. I'm at 20,000. We're going to get 25,000, and then we're going to do the pack company. Hope we can pull him. Hope we can pull him. Do one pack in this window I'm currently in, and do a refresh. I'll do a trouble. See, the matches World Tour weren't really that difficult, but it was the final chapter in Chicago, which was the difficult one. I feel like the last two were difficult. Or was it the last one? I think there was a match. I think it was the last match, the last jump that had the stupid thing with the gauntlets, and then the fourth one was the Infinite Dusty Rhodes. I think it was that one too. Yeah, because like the one-on-one and the one-on-one matches with the Sapphires was not that hard. Even not even the Triple Threat Trouble match, like even those ones were easy if you know what you're doing. If you play it smart. Yeah, they had TLC. I remember that show. They had Asuka in her debut against Emma, which was a decent match. Um, the main event was something. It was very interesting, really. Could have been better, of course. Could have been better, but for what it was alright. It was alright. Probably underrated one. I feel people hate that a lot, but I think it was underrated, in my opinion. It was decent. Nice to see Kurt Angle in the ring. Like people be shit on Kurt Angle every time. Bro, shut the fuck out. It was Shield. It was a one-time thing. AJ and Balor stole the show. Like you had AJ Styles against the Demon Finn Balor, which was you had AJ Styles against the Demon. Think about the context of the freaking Demon Finn Balor. The Demon Finn Balor. versus AJ Styles. Not regular Finn, the Demon Finn. And AJ Styles was like not scared of him at all. He actually gave him a run for his money. Like that's TV level gold right there. And then doing the ending with two sweet hands was amazing. That was just so cool. You know, it was sick when Mattel makes a 2-pack with AJ and Finn from that epic moment. You know, it's that good when you make action figures of it. But is it always epic moment? Excuse me. Was it epic moment? Heck no, it's not. Not every thing that's made in figure form is an epic moment. Probably the shitty moment. Oh shit, it talks whatever. I do it talks whatever the fuck is touching me. I'm wondering if you're getting these polls, are you opening like multiple packs or are you doing like a pack, one pack? Because if you're doing multiple packs, it's better to do a refresh because yeah, like who the hell remembers that lumberjack match? Really, who remembers that match? Who remembers Junior versus AJ? I mean, Owens and Zayn versus Nakamura and Orton was part of the match of the night, really, because like you had the general manager, commissioners, the referees. They were that added more story to that feud. Because actually, I find it interesting how kind of good Owens versus Shane was, and you just add Sami Zayn and Bryan to it. Like I know I shitted on how Sami Zayn was booked around that time, but when you really have the full contact of that feud, it was really good. When you lay it out fully, if you just like if you just don't focus on the one part of the feud, you just focus on the full part, the feud was really entertaining. Like I remember watching SmackDown in Sin City and watching when Owens headbutt Vince McMahon. Like that was crazy. Like that was Kevin. I bet you Kevin did that because he was furious at McMahon for booking him to lose to Goldberg in like 26 seconds at Fastlane. Give him a receipt for that. Because Kevin Owens was killing the Universal Champion. He showed that he could be a world champion. And right now, he has not been a world champion since, and it freaking pains us all as viewers of the product. Yep. Yep. SmackDown was really entertaining to watch, really, than Raw was. Like, Raw, I remember I did watch some I watched mostly more SmackDown than Raw did, but I still watched some Raw episodes. And it was fun entertaining to watch both shows. Yeah, I remember that. I didn't really watch it, but I did watch some clips of it, and I did see that. Brian was really on the side of Owens and Zayn. When Owens and Zayn crossed the line, that's when Brian could not trust them no more. And that forced Brian out of retirement to compete at WrestleMania too. I remember I watched the SmackDown where Owens and Styles had their match for the West Time opening match, and Kevin was like furious about how that match ended. I watched that and I was really interested in how that was going to play out. But at the time, I didn't have the network, so I didn't really watch the pay-per-view. I had to watch the results, and like I had to watch Raw to see the result of it. So, yeah. Yeah, but like I don't remember much from that. Those matches really. Like I can remember like throwbacks. I can remember like um I can remember the Breakout of the Five match. I remember that. I can remember I can remember Cena and Styles' feud. Um, I remember a lot of throwback. I don't remember that. Like 2017 was pretty forgettable, really. And then like it really got more unforgettable, really forgettable after Mania 34. Like nothing really special happened. Like SmackDown was really better to watch than Raw was. You know what's that good when I went to SmackDown in 2018 before I went to Raw in 2019. I only went to Raw in 2019 because John Cena was there and he did wrestle. And that Raw that I went to in 2017, January, the first Raw, it was January 7th. That was a really good show to go to, really. I saw two title matches. I saw John Cena wrestle. I did see Braun Strowman. I think Brock Lesnar on that show too. But it was really entertaining to watch. SmackDown 2018, the August 7th edition of SmackDown, was really good. I love that show. I love the New Day versus the Bar in a really good match. That really got me on the edge of my seat watching that match, being there live. Seeing Randy Orton there, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Shinsuke Nakamura, R-Truth, Becky, Charlotte, like even the Iconics. Like it was such a fun time. And just watching I even got to see some 205 live. And it really got me to really know who the 205 five stars were too. Like I would not know who Mustafa Ali or Nail Tommy, even know Dar are until if I didn't if I didn't see 12, they didn't have 205 live. But they did, and I got to see two shows at the same day. Really got to be alive as a wrestling fan, really. But nowadays, I can't even go to wrestling events that much because the price of the tickets are too expensive. Really, one ticket is like $1,000. I'm just paying that shit. I want to spend $1,000 on just one ticket. And back then, I could spend like maybe like close to $100 on two tickets. Like I was planning on going to WrestleMania in 2020, but I didn't go because of COVID. Like that will always haunt me. That will always piss me off to this day. The fact that I really wanted to go to WrestleMania 36 in Tampa, which was close to where I lived in Orlando at the time. But then COVID happened and it cut those plans completely down the drain. Like I was so mad at COVID for that. It really ruined it because if COVID did not happen, I would have probably been able to go to my first ever WrestleMania. And if it was two nights, forget about it. I would have been on both manias. That would have been awesome to be there. Like I could have went to those two manias and be like, okay, I went to Raw, I went to SmackDown, I went to WrestleMania. I think I'm good. Like that's everybody's wrestling dream to be at WrestleMania. It's every wrestling fan's dream. And I know a lot of people have been manias, but I missed out on going to Man 33 because I didn't know it was in Orlando really because I wasn't watching much wrestling. I was young. I didn't really know. If I did know, I would have been one to go to that Mania in Orlando. It probably has the greatest WrestleMania stage of all time. The big globe and like the roller coaster. Like, how can you top a stage like that? We're almost done with this grind. We're almost there. We're almost there. Let's do this. Come on. Excuse me. I think 1 minute, 108 minutes is 3 hours. I think. I keep thinking 150 is, but it's not. Gee. God, almost there. Come on. I want to do 2 packs. Come on. Keep it going. Let me get some yes in the chat, y'all. Let me get some yes in the chat. We get enough of that. Hopefully we can pay LA Knight. I need some yeah. Cause chat, cause yeah. 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 What everybody saying. L A Knight. Yeah. L A Knight. Let me tell it to you. Yeah. One of the most over wrestlers on the current roster. LA Knight, a future world champion, honestly. Like, they may not have seen him that way, but I see him as a world champion soon. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. 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 Let's go, let's go, let's go for the people. Let's go. NWO for my brother. Let's go, let's go. Come on, we gotta get this. We gotta get this pack. These packs such, not pack. Looks like Shinsuke Nakamura's game face is on tonight. I've seen some of his work. I didn't watch it fully, but I have seen some clips of it. And I really saw, like, he really got that yeah thing over. Especially when he had the dummy, yeah. When he had the dummy and then the yeah, that was when he was really going with the yeah stuff. Nowadays he just has yeah. It's still good, but like it doesn't have that energy like the dummy, yeah. Really, dummy, you say yeah, dummy, yeah. I'll have to go something over there, dummy, yeah. You choked, dummy, yeah. You blew it, dummy, yeah. I think you lost it, dummy, yeah, yeah. Dummy, yeah, yeah. Dummy, yeah, yeah. Otherwise, he didn't come out to peace up, A-top. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You ever come up to that thing, forget about it. He'll be saying, yeah, all day. All gas, no brakes. Gotta move. Let's go. We're going to splash these two kid guys off the top rope. So we have no more Superstar Series cars and packs. Kills anything that happens, but then again, it's not going to happen, but don't care. Anybody knows what the next promo is going to be? In case, because I think Edge Play said it's going to be like a lockdown pack or something. Or it could be a super pack, I don't know. I don't know much. I haven't checked the Discord, I don't have Discord. I don't really have access, I'm trying to save space. So, I don't know. The only way I know is when people make videos talking about the content that's coming out. backing out this window. I'm gonna stay in this window. Come on. Give me the megastar. LA Knight, come on. I've been grinding for hours on the stream. Almost 3 hours. I better get LA Knight. I've been grinding so long for this. Oh my god. So I pulled all the movies, so I should not see a glow. But if we get good MFP, we can still open packs. But with one pack, do a refresh. And open cold. That's not the problem with one pack. If I pull one pack, MFP is gonna get saved. Well, that happens though. I want to save some of this MFP. We don't have the grind less for it. I want to save. We're trying to save MFP, but these live events be going so fast, and I can't even save it, bro. Can't even save it hard. Pause. There we go. Gillette. That was stupid Gillette ad. Screw that. Who the hell is it? Oh, that makes fault. Some of it is. Just can't tell because of mask. Another win in the books. Another win in the books. Captain Predictable. I will get the mega star and then do the live event. I'm gonna get it done, whether they like it or not. I'm gonna get it done, whether you like it or not. Do it all you want. Little fuckers. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's get it. On stream, like rivalries, I would say. Championship behind us, we can't lose. She goes over there because I am the final real People's Champion of the world. I am one of the greatest content creators of all time. The never seen, undisputed champion of the world. The final boss, Christian Martinez. Embarking on his farewell run as a live action content creator. The dates are clocking down. And it's clocking down fast. December 25th, Christmas Day. Is it? No, I think either December 25th or March 1st. Maybe March 1st, because that's when content's pretty much dead. When the final My Factory Pack drops in 26, my final ever pack opening, I'm going to make sure it's guaranteed. I'm going to say it right now. It's guaranteed a 20 box for my final ever promo pack opening. As a My Factory content creator, it'll be a 20 box. Guaranteed. I'll make it my mission to do it. To make it a 20 box. I'll make it a mission to do that for you guys. Fuck. That didn't really know you gotta tap your ass out. You gotta tap out your ass. Shots got weapon wheel. Like, had Mouse turn me back, and he could help me out with submission a lot more. Get it. Got it. Let's go. Whoa. Keep rolling. I keep rolling. Rolling down the aisle. Coming down. Almost there, y'all. We're almost there. The cult of personality. I know your anger. I know your dreams. I'll be everything you wanna be. Oh, I'm the cult of personality. Like Mussolini. I don't know what that is. The cult of personality. The cult of personality. The cult of personality. What's Mussolini? There's a clip of Britt Baker, Brian Danielson, Christian Cage, and CM Punk singing CM Punk theme song, and they were singing it. This part goes like Mussolini. And Britt Baker just looks at Christian Cage, and she's like, "What's Mussolini?" I have that. I have that whole video clip on my YouTube. Like, I have it on the playlist, and I loved like hearing that clip because it was like, it's like you don't know what the theme song even means. That's kind of a rare thing to happen. Where somebody questions the theme song. That's kind of crazy when you think about it. My God. Because I'm grinding for decades. Come on, 2K. Give me this LA Knight card. The one card I need to get The Rock and to get Cody Rhodes' Persona card, Mania 41. I got Ron Cena, I got AJ Styles. Give me LA Knight for The Rock. 2 Persona cards. I need all Persona cards I can get at this point. I don't have Brock. I don't have Dirty Dom. I don't have Drew. I don't have Alexa. I only have Triple H. Jean Paul Levesque and Triple H. That's all I have. And honestly, I hate to see it because I like all the unlockables. Why I gotta grind this game when I spent $50 in this game? I don't understand. This should have been my faction pack where you get everything for free. Instantly. Where a new patch drops, you get all the unlockables that you add to the game for free. Easily. When you do an ascension, you want to spend $100 to get everything, even the alley stuff. In my rise, don't even on my rise. That should be a thing for the standard edition. Well, I don't know about standard edition, but other editions of the game. Another 1,000 more. MFP to go. Come on. I must. Maybe I need to bring my title with me. Like, well, I had this Undisputed Championship. I'm bringing it with me. I'm bringing this title with me. This pack opening. Put it on like a champ. Bring the title on. Let's go. Love the championship though too. I love this world title. We want to replica title, but if I want one, I want the spinner belt. It's a very WWE championship design for the spinner. Get that one day. It's good to be a champ. Rob and grinding. I can feel it, bro. I can feel it. We're almost there. Almost there, y'all. We're almost there. My God. I can feel it. Feel it in my bones. Feel it in my bones, sucker. We gotta do 2 more match. We gotta do 2 more after this match. One more Baby Tower, and then one more World Tour. And then we get the packs. Open the packs. 2 packs. There's no way we cannot get LA Knight. There's no way. We got changing on the side. We got my people in the chat. There's no way we can lose. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. These packs better not be cursed. They better not have. Danhausen should not have invaded my game. Because I've been grinding my life. Grinding all 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 my life. Alright, one more match. Because we can get some MFP from another pack. So we can make this work. Final match of this, for this stream at least. And then we open the packs. Hope we can get LA Knight. It's like an owl right now howling. Like, what am I even doing? Come on. Fine. Just keep doing this Shinsuke. Because we gotta get this done. Hey. Come on. Get it, RBD. Fuck. Roll. Never mind, that works. Dive bomb. We can get that high flying skill. Let's go. MFP. We need more. Just roll them up. We got 45 MFP. The checklist. Let's just roll them up. I don't care. We don't have to let B. Come on. 1, 2. Got it. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Come on. All we need is a Sapphire LA Knight. Alright, 199 MFP in the clip. Let's go ahead with the camera. We got this. Alright. We got the MFP. Okay. Now we're going to do 1 pack in this window. We need 1 card. 1 Sapphire card to lock in for The Rock. Can I get a yeah in the chat for LA Knight? We need to pull this card to lock in for The Rock. 97 Persona card, Nation of Domination Rock. And if we do that, we lock in for Persona card, Cody Rhodes. So are you ready? I said, are you ready? Buckle up, cause you ride and I'm driving. All gas, no brakes. You know what I mean? Let's go. Alright, come on. We got a Roman dupe. Oh my gosh. Is that a sign? Is this LA Knight for the people? Oh, you gave me an Alex Shelley. Oh man, okay. I like that window. I like this window. We're gonna open another pack. I like this window. I like this window. I like this. I like this. I like this. Come on. Another pack. Come on. We need to see LA Knight. Come on, see. Okay. Oh no. I gotta do a refresh. Come on. Refresh. Refresh. Come on. I can see Demonte Paxley though. I don't see her losing to Blake Monroe tomorrow night. I see her probably holding down for a little bit longer. Especially because I think she's doing with that other guy. I forgot his name, but those two as a team right now, you don't want to break that up this early. Look at me by the reflection. Change on my shoulder. So close. Yeah, I saw that Sapphire. I was like, oh, we almost had him. Oh my god, come on, 2K. You can't do this to me. You can't get getting away with it. You can't keep getting away with it. Come on. You gave me a duplicate Seth Rollins. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? They're trolling me at this point. Oh my! If I see the Pete Dunne card again, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna lose my shit. That's like the 8th time I pulled that Pete Dunne. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do that because this is fucking ridiculous. Oh my god, you made me pull so many rubies. I pulled 2 rubies and a sapphire, Alex Shelley, but no LA Knight. These odds for LA Knight is worse than the Out Fire thing. Fuck. Anyways, Silver Stream, y'all. Failed to pull LA Knight, but I will get him. I will get LA Knight. Let's see, no token market. Go for you, LA Knight. With that being said, the final boss, the last real People Pack champion of the world, the never seen, undisputed champion of the world, one of the greatest content creators of all time. As a My Fantasy content creator, for one final time, until the final pack that drops in 26. The final boss, Christian Martinez, is out. That's my new outro going on for our streams. That's my new outro, y'all. So